This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. Want to start playing competitively? It's very easy to do so with instant email delivery with the codes, and they have a huge variety of codes up on their website, reaching from league battle decks, specific promo codes, or even the latest booster packs in town. So definitely check out PotownStore.com, and you can use the coupon code ZapDosTCG for 5% off your next order. How wonderful is that? Also check out cardmarket.com. This is a European platform that I personally use every day. If you're a European player, you're obligated to check out the link in the description below. We're going to be able to check out Card Market, and you can buy cards and sell cards to people all across Europe, so definitely do so. You're going to be helping me out a ton. So definitely enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace! Sup YouTube, it's ZapDosTCG here, and welcome back to another TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today we're actually going to be checking out a new one price archetype, and it's going to be Primeape. If you're a fan of Primeape, you're going to be glad, because this is the first time Primeape will see competitive play, and I'm glad about that in the first place. Reminds me so much of the anime back in the days where Ash had a lot of troubles with Primeape, and today the opponents will have a lot of trouble with Primeape. So if you want to see more Pokemon daily TCG videos, be sure to subscribe so you don't ever miss out. And let's just talk about the archetype in itself. So we have Primeape, our main attacker, and this is a card that is able to slap huge damage. Let me just clarify that straight away. It is for 2 energies, it's secondary attack. But first of all, let's just talk about its first attack, being able to slap 20 damage, and you may discard any stadium in play. So that's nice to just get rid of chaotic swells, get rid of black markets, or whatever that might annoy you. That's going to be awesome. Maybe Wondrous Labyrinth, because that's also a pretty annoying stadium card. You can knock that off if you want to. Then we have access to the second attack, and that's where it's all about 50 damage for every one of your bench Pokemon that has damage on them. So that means if you have 5 damaged bench Pokemon, you slap 250 freaking damage for only 2 energies. Not only is this nice, you can be resorting to stuff like Karate Belt. We're not going to be doing that in this video. I've also seen people pairing this fella up with Donphan. The Donphan, which slaps 120 on the active and 20 on all of your bench Pokemon. That's a quick way to get damage on everything. The problem with that is that you also will need a Houndoom. Houndoom will accelerate an energy, a single strike energy, straightly from the deck to one of your Pokemon, and you also put damage onto that Pokemon. So it's very nice, the synergy between these two fellas. And I also should state that these are all single strike Pokemon, which is nice because there's going to be the Tower of Darkness, allowing us to discard a card from hand, a single strike card, and then draw 2 cards. So we have Primeape in itself. It has a 2 retreat cost. Houndoom also has a 2 retreat cost, and that's why we're also going to be resorting to Air Balloon to just sometimes have a pivot here and there. So max damage output is 250, but we can increase that. And you're wondering how we can increase that? Well, we have this energy. Single strike energy counts as a darkness and a fighting type simultaneously, and also lets single strike Pokemon dish out 20 extra damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. So, and this also stacks. So if you get multiple of these energies on, you slap more damage. So what makes this Primeape do? Actually, it is able to slap 290, so you're able to one-hit KO any tag team in the format. That's insane, right? I know. So if tag teams are still around in the meta, which I predict they will be, so like ADP, Mew Mew, stuff like Luke Metal, you can just crow crazy and just try to knock them out before they have a chance to just get their game plan going around. I also can over-attach, because you actually can attach 3 energies simultaneously to the Primeape to even go further to like the 310 damage output. It's insane, I know. So that's a very strong energy, and we are able to get that energy back thanks to Vitality Jar. There's 3 copies of that in here, and that allows us to just shuffle 2 single strike energies from the discard pile straightly back into the deck. Why do these cards need to be in the deck, you ask? Well, that's all because of the Houndoom. So here we come to it that the deck is good thanks to Houndoom. Houndoom has the single strike roar, and it allows you to just search your deck for a single strike energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. The requirement is that we put 2 damage counters onto that Pokemon. Why is this good? Well, this is going to be fantastic. Not only do you have energy acceleration, so you can actually have You only need 1 Houndoom in play to just get the strategy going in the first place. So you use Houndoom's ability, you use the attach of turn, your Primeape is all set and ready. Now you just need to spread some damage around. So there's going to be 20 damage onto your Primeape. So you can use cards like Jynx, the one from Unified Minds, to just move around all of those energies, actually all of those damage counters. Every single turn you can move one damage counter from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. So if you have 2 Jynx out, you can get those 2 damage counters that you just put onto your Primeape onto other Pokemon. So that's gonna be awesome. Jynx does take quite a little bit of bench space, and we also need a Houndoom in play and a Primeape. So you might think, wow, this is crazy clunky. Well, we are gonna be resorting to the new supporter card Bruno, and that's going to be also a single strike card. Very important to note down here, and that Bruno actually allows us to shuffle our hand into our deck and draw 4 cards. You might think, oh, that's a worse Marnie, or I would rather use research. I understand that. But if we are, if we lost a Pokemon during the opponent's last turn, if they knock something out, we actually shuffle our hand to our deck, draw 7 cards. So Bruno in combination with Tower of Darkness, that's also compatible. Sometimes you throw away a Bruno, rely on Tower of Darkness, and play Research instead. Sometimes you have 2 Brunos in hand. Sometimes you can use Tower of Darkness to just discard other stuff. Because, yeah, this is Tower of Darkness, a new Stadium card. We're going to be running a couple of copies of that, just because we can discard single strike cards from the hand and draw 2 cards. Very nice, because this deck needs a little bit of setup. We need that extra draw power by our side. So Houndour is a single strike card. We have Houndoom, we have Mankey, we have Primeape, we have ourselves Vitality Jar. Sometimes you throw away a Vitality Jar because you just need to draw cards with Tower of Darkness. Tower of Darkness itself is also a single strike card. Bruno is a single strike card, and the single strike energies, yeah, almost half of your deck you can resort to draw cards with, thanks to the Tower of Darkness. So in total, so we have our Primeape being able to slap 290 if you have 2 single strike energies onto her, but we also have our good friend Spiritomb. I know there's a couple of Spiritomb fans out there. Spiritomb from Unbroken Bonds lets you put a damage counter onto itself with the Building Spite, and that's gonna be just perfect. Not only that, it also comes back with quite a powerful attack in the form of Anguish Cry. If you have more damage counters onto your Spiritomb, which is possible thanks to stuff like Jynx and stuff, you're actually gonna be able to slap huge damage with Spiritomb. So Spiritomb, you can use the attack thanks to using Aurora energy. So our main attacker is Primeape, while our secondary attacker can of course be a Spiritomb, and we do have Ordinary Rod to shuffle some of these back if need be, because sometimes you have to discard some of your resources. Sometimes you use Tower of Darkness, sometimes you have an early game Dedenne GX because you just want to have your setup. So the perfect scenario is having yourself in the active slot a Primeape, on the bench a Houndoom, as well as a Mankey as your setup, a Jynx, probably a Dedenne or Oricorio depending on the scenario, and then maybe Mew. Mew is a very important card just because it protects yourself from damage spread. So I'm thinking about stuff, of course, like Tag Ball GX, so you can negate that. Not that we're gonna have problems with that because we are a fighting type, destroying Eternatus, destroying Pikarom, destroying Crobats, Dedennes all day long, so it's gonna be fantastic. So the Mew is in here and it's gonna be mandatory. I'm gonna stress that out just because Urshifu VMAX Rapid Strike has that spreading attack, 120 on the active and then 120 on one of the bench Pokemon. And yeah, take a look at Primeape and the HP that it has. Yeah, I know, you're already saying, oh no, I want 120 HP, this is gonna go wrong. So we definitely need Mew in this list. So Mew will protect, of course, the bench, because sometimes there's also gonna be some weird Salamence deck in your way. You know, you go on the first ladder, Salamence comes your way and just spreads everything, and you just say like, this is not gonna work. So that's why we need Mew, and it's also very nice because it helps you out with the Pikarom matchup. Not that you need any help, but they have, of course, Crushing Hammers and Marnies and Swells. You know how that goes. Sometimes you brick. But to prevent ourselves from bricking, we have a high amount of supporters. We have 4 Research, we have 2 Marnie, and we have 3 Bruno. So you can also think about putting the new Manaphy in here, which actually allows you to use like the ability to just have yourself a Great Ball ability. So look at the top 7 cards from your deck, select a Pokemon, put it in the hand. Is nice, but requires an extra slot in this list. So you can be running Manaphy, because we do run Air Balloon. You could be running the Vivid Voltage Jirachi. There's a couple of options if you want to boost that extra consistency. But I'm fine as it is right now because, yeah, believe it or not, we have a new item card that helps out one single prize Pokemon, and that is Level Ball. Level Ball is fantastic. We have access to Level Ball now, which is able to search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. This is going to search out Spiritomb, Jynx, Mew, Mankey, Houndour, so many targets. There's only 3 copies in here because I do still prefer 4 Quick Ball because it actually searches everything from the list, like Oricorio and the Dedenne GX as well. So, but you can flip-flop between that if you think like Level Ball is better. So 4 Quick Ball, 3 Level Ball, 4 Communication, and there's also room for an Evolution instance. So You want to have your setup as quickly as possible. I do love the communication here because you can use communication, put a stage 1 back in the deck, and then use the Dedenne GX early on, or you can get in your stage 1s from the deck. So very, very solid indeed. And yeah, just try your list out for yourself. For gusting options, we have Great Catcher, one of those, because it's just very awesome to just get rid of the Dedenne GX or in the bench. You can also one-hit KO any tag team, so it's just like awesome to have that Great Catcher by your side. Taking 3 prize cards on tag team GXs is awesome. And we also are running Bossasaurus, 2 copies of that. We don't run Eldigos, and we don't run Palpat or Mewtwo or Scoop Up Engine in general, so you only have 2 boss. Make them count, take those extra prize cards, use it when you are ready to take the one-hit KO on a specific Pokemon. Also, if you are leading off against like a certain archetype and you don't get the one-hit KO, you can just always go for like Mew with Psy Power to finish things off afterwards. So let's say the Primeape slaps for 290. Oh, you're barely not there. Well, the Mew with Psy Power can finish off stuff like Eternatus VMAX. Yeah, just throwing it out there as a 1-prize Pokemon. The Mew is fantastic. It can also use the attack. Also, things I'm thinking about in this list for early game pressure is like Hoopa. We do run Air Balloon, but it's a little bit less switches, so I'm not a fan of like the Hoopa flying into the active position, but the one with Evil Admonition could also find its way in this kind of a list. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile video today. If you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, be sure to subscribe and smash that like button because that helps out the channel more than you would possibly think. And yeah, it motivates me to make more daily TCG videos for you guys. Let me know which deck you want to see up next. Slap it down in the comment section. I'll definitely be taking a look at it. And also check out our video we did yesterday. The top 20 best cards from Battle Styles. That is something you want to check out if you are hyped for the set. I'm going to be opening up booster boxes on the channel as well. So I think like booster boxes always like generally get more views than like competitive stuff. So I need to do both because I want everybody seeing these competitive videos so they are like driven to just make decks for themselves and just go crazy. Anyhow, check out our sponsors. Thank you very much. The sponsors are what made the channel what it is today. We have PokeTownStore.com, the place for all your TCG online needs, and they actually are gonna have Battle Styles up on stock very shortly, so definitely like check out the website every now and then, like every few weeks, just refresh, and it's going to be there fairly early on. You can use the coupon code ZapdosTCG for 5% off your next order. You can get yourself Zacian codes, Rashizard codes, Mew Mew codes, League Battle Deck codes for ADP, Pika ROM. We have trainer toolkits for the Dennes. Everything you might want to start playing competitively, go check it out on Poketown Store and use that coupon code. Also, our other sponsor, if you are a European player, you are just obligated to check out cardmarket.com. They actually have the best website ever for people to just start selling cards themselves as well as buy cards from people all across Europe. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. Try out the Primeape, it's gonna be busted, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace!